What's up, everybody? Today we are on the Insta360 Go 3S, I believe it is. We're going to be jumping onto this camera so I can show you what we do when we list items and how we store them. We're going to be going through, we always throw on a podcast while we're doing this just to give us something to do. We normally watch it on the iPad. One day, I would like to get a TV mounted up right here so I could just watch something on the television right there. So I've got two cameras. We're going to go ahead and jump on the chest right now. All right, so the way I do this is I always go into the eBay app. We take the photos. So let's go ahead and get a good shot of the photos. And I'm gonna go up here to get a photo. And then I take a close up. Get a little bit of light action there. Got this logo here. The Dale Earnhardt on the sleeve that you always got to get. I'm going to get a wide of that. Let's see what's on the other side. Same thing. Got these vented pits. That's pretty cool. Every little detail that you can find, like this right here, we just take photos of all that stuff so people can see what they got, the hardware it's got, show that it's pretty cool. Flip the item over. Take the detail photos on the back and one wide shot. I forgot to do my measurements because I'm doing this. Got me thrown off my game. So, always measure. Take a picture of that. Always measure from the shoulder. Take a picture of that. Then we fold this bad boy up. Place it off to the side. Then we got our next shirt that we haven't listed yet. We got this Habit Green. Set the collar up real nice and light. Make sure all the cool details show. And I always set that up and then I end this. Make sure my measurements are right. It's an extra large NASCAR Dale Earnhardt. That looks good. Go through here, make sure all this stuff is good. I use AI. I do. I cheat. Pricing. These were going for about 25 bucks. Shipping, it was a little heavier. 2 pounds. That'll adjust the shipping weight. Bumped it up just a little bit. And list your item. And come out. Search for your item. I normally just take a picture of it. So it looks it up by picture, see if it has anything. Doesn't have anything, then I'll type it in. That looks like it, pretty much perfect, yep. New tags, only ours is not new tags. So the first thing I'm gonna do, someone like it, and take out new tags, because it is not. Condition, pre-owned, excellent. And then I take my photos. Then I do my measurements. over. Extra large, not a 2X. All right, now let me know how I list a few items. I'm gonna jump over and I'm gonna show you how I put them away. A lot of people think you can only do a SKU system on your computer, but that's not true. There is a way now that you can do it on your phone. I will show you how to do that once we get out to where I keep all the bins, and I'll show you how I keep up with all of my stuff. All right, so behind me is my SKU system. I still haven't put on my tabletop yet. I've got to measure that up, put that in. So I got all these different bins. These keep all my things. We actually sold 3 things. I'll show you how I pull those things here in a minute. But we actually have 2. But on this side, it looks like a mess. But what I do is all week, I list 20 things. And normally I don't have enough time to do the whole system. So what I'll do is I'll pile it up here. And on Saturday and Sunday, I'll come out here and I'll put all these into the bins. But if something sells throughout the week, it's already up here. And I know if it doesn't have a SKU system, it'll be right there. This shirt sold. And these Air Maxes sold. So I've got 2 things that sold the week I bought it. So that's really cool. Whenever I have these things that sell within a week, I take note of them. I figure out how much they cost, how much I made on them. And if I made enough money, and put it on my list of worth it lookout bolos that I buy that'll reoccur. These Nikes sold for $50 and I bought them for $17. So pretty good little profit there. I probably made like $40 on them after shipping and stuff. The shirt sold for $15. So that kind of falls under my requirements of what I need and what I want. So I probably won't look for those, but Nike Air Maxes are on my list for under $20. So if I find a pair of Nike Air Maxes under $20, I'm gonna pick them up because I can sell them in a week. And my ducks are going nuts out here. These guys, loudmouths. But yeah, so I know that those things sell quick, and I know that I can get them gone really fast and have a lot of fun with them and get them moved faster than it takes for me to put them on the shelf, which is always nice. We actually sold one more thing that actually is in the system. I'm going to show you how I find those, how I made it where it's easy for me to find everything. And we're going to jump onto the chest camera to do that. All right, we only have 10% battery, so we're going to go through this pretty quick. The thing that I sold next that was not on the list is, if you look right here, this scrub top for Carhartt sold. If I find Carhartt, I'm picking it up. Carhartt sells so good for me around here. But if you look right here, custom label, it says P right next to that. You see that? It says P next to the custom label. So what I do is I look down here and I find my bin that says P. So once I find my bin that says P right here, I pull this bad boy out and I start looking through this bin. I know that all my stuff that I have in there is in here somewhere. So I just kind of look through it until I find that shirt. I'm going to be doing this a little better later on. I've got some ideas to make this a little smoother and keep them in order a little better. And of course, the one that I'm trying to find is nowhere to be found. It is not in there. All right, so the next thing I do is I find a bin that is empty or close to empty, or has the same kind of stuff in it. With us having so many clothes, all the clothes are going to go in the same bin, and all the ones that I'm currently using are pretty much full. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new bin to put these clothes in that we just did this week. And all of them are going to go in the same tote. I try to keep them all separate until it gets to this point, and I can easily switch bins if I need to later on, if some stuff sells out of the other bins. But right now they're too full, so all the clothes are going to go into Y bin. Let me show you how to do that. So apparently my camera was not charged the last time I put it on the charger, and I took it off, and I guess I didn't have it plugged in all the way because that camera just died on me, so I do not have the chest mount. So I'm going to do it on my laptop because I can actually show you and still film it with my camera. On my phone, it's going to be a screen recording of my phone screen, and here it is with a little voiceover of how to do it. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is click on active listings here. Then you're going to type in what you're looking for to put up. So I'm going to put up some Carhartt shoes, and I'm going to just type in Carhartt and then search this out. That brings up all the things that I have that are Carhartt. For some reason it changed to Kathy. Let's go back to Carhartt. Okay, now we got our shoes here that we're trying to put away. We're going to click on them. We're going to scroll down to revise listing. Once we click that, we're going to be able to go down here, and we're going to do in the items specifics. We're going to scroll all the way to the bottom of that and click custom SKU. Here is where we can type in what our SKU is, and it is shoe wall 2 because it's on shelf 2, and that's where we're going to put those because that's where we have room. Once that's done, you scroll down to the bottom, and you're going to revise it. And once you click that, it'll save all the things you've done. And now whenever you sell this item, it'll tell you where it's at. All right, so now that we got that out of the way we're going to do this is we're going to just pick up something from our pile that we're trying to put away. We're going to look up what it is. Okay, this is a Habit shirt. So I know it's a Habit shirt because it's got Habit right there on the collar. Okay, so I'm going to type in Habit in my little search engine. Let me show you the screen. All right, so you're on the home screen here. What your first thing you're going to do is you're going to go up here to sell. Click on sell. It's going to bring up all of your listings. I have 919 listings right now. So I'm going to type in my SKU or my number here, which is Habit. That's what shirt I'm trying to find a SKU for. And it's going to pull up all the Habit shirts I have. Apparently I have 3 of these bad boys. And right here, all of them are in P, except for this one. And we're going to go ahead and add this one to Y, because why not? And we type in Y. If you don't hit enter here, if you don't hit click submit, if I just click off, it goes away. So make sure when you type in Y, you hit that submit button, or it'll just disappear. You got me? That is very important. There's been many times I've lost things because I did not hit submit. So I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened to the Carhartt shirt that I had. I think I put it in a SKU, didn't put it in there, thought I put it in there because I was already working. So I've lost the shirt because I did not hit enter. And it proved evident in this video so far, which is crazy that that lined up. So very important to do that, or else you're going to be like me. So, all right, I got my Y bin here. I'm going to lay it out, and I'm just going to fold these up real nice and neat. I'm just going to place them in here. Of course, I'm going to refold this whenever I'm off camera, but that's what I got. And then I'm going to do the next one. The next one is the Budweiser shirt that we put in. So the Budweiser, so we're going to look up Bud. Let's go. Let's look up NASCAR. Okay, we got quite a bit of NASCAR stuff. That's sad. All right, we got the Dale Earnhardt Jr. NASCAR shirt. We're going to click this little edit button. We're going to put that in Y as well. So capital Y, press enter. Make sure it's there. We're good to go. It goes in the bin, right? So that is honestly the easiest way to do it. I think it's easier to do on the phone because you don't have to pull out a laptop. You don't have to worry about getting your laptop in the way and stuff like that. Just doing it on your phone is so easy, especially whenever you just got these bins here. I can just grab it and look up something and be like, okay, Croc shoes go on shoe wall 1 or 2, 3. I've got a shoe wall over here. I'm still working on this room. I've got to get it cleaned out a little more. My goal is to have everything boxed up and put in boxes or other bins and list everything that needs to be listed, because I got a shelf of stuff that needs to be listed in here. And once I get all that listed, I can put it into these bins and clean up more room for me to have less junk. That's the end result, is to get rid of everything. And if it's for sale, it's in these totes. And if it's not in these totes, then it's gone. Going back to Goodwill. Okay. All right, so that's my video for today. I just wanted to give you like a little update, little how-to video on putting things in and keeping a SKU system. I just have A through Z right now, so I haven't figured out what I want to do at that point, but luckily I'm not there yet. Things have been selling fast enough where I don't have to keep them for very long, and those that are being kept for very long, I'm about to start up Whatnot this summer. And if it's been in my store for very long, I'm selling it for $3 or cheaper on Whatnot. Probably do a lot of start at $3 auctions just to get stuff moving and gone. My goal is to keep this summer profitable, which is very hard to do during the summer months. So hopefully Whatnot can step in and kind of do that for me. We'll see. I might have to run a ton of shows, but I think it'll definitely be worth it. I'm really liking selling clothing. It seems to be a little bit easier. And now that I've posted a lot of clothing is starting to move. It took a little while for the eBay algorithm to switch over to let people know that I actually do more than just everything. Now I'm also selling clothes, so that's pretty cool. If you are interested in this type of stuff, like I said in the beginning of this video, go to the description below. Go to my Journey to a Million YouTube channel. That is where I am posting all of this stuff on the other side of it. So it's going to be me going to different stores and buying all this stuff. It's going to be me selling all this stuff. You're going to know what I bought for how much, and you're going to know what I sold for how much. So this channel is kind of using like the behind the scenes type stuff. This is showing you what is happening behind the scenes of those YouTube channels. I have 5 YouTube channels. That's just one of them, and I do a lot of work for that one. That's actually probably the most work I do on a channel. So I do a lot of videos on this channel about how to do eBay stuff. All of this is to show you how to become a better YouTuber. I use this for my YouTube channel. That's why I'm showing you this. I know it seems a little off niche, but it's part of my one of my YouTube channels. So I like to show you guys what I do and how I'm doing to keep up with these channels to make them grow. And one thing is actually selling this stuff. So having to get on here and post and put these things in places, having to build this entire shelf system in order to keep up with everything so I don't lose things like I already did in this video, which is crazy to me that I lost something in this video. I will find that. I have to find it tonight, so I'm going to come back out here and I might throw that in the vlog if I haven't posted it already. But that's today's video, guys. I appreciate you so much. Like I said, we're in triple digits, so I'm super pumped about that. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you tomorrow.